week, it was over 200,000 comments, and I made $300,000 in sales in 3 weeks. When I first started, I was not doing very great in sales. Biggest thing that I did was putting your email in your bio. The most ironic product that you think won't go viral will be the product that you will go viral on. Oh my gosh, that got 2 million views. If I do not like the product, I'm honest, so they trust me when I say this works.
All right, hey everyone, welcome to TikTok Shop Affiliate Academy, a podcast that uncovers the story and strategy from the top 1% of TikTok Shop affiliates. You can join our free community at affiliateacademyhq.com. I am your host, Ivan. We have a very special guest today. Hello, Michelle. How you doing?
Hi, hey everyone.
All right, and let people know where you're calling in from.
I live in Davison, Michigan.
Davison, Michigan. And then you're telling me pre-call that it's freezing there.
How cold is it? -5.
-5. Okay. As some of you guys know, I'm in San Diego, so I can't relate, but hopefully you're staying warm and
staying inside.
Cold, right? Yep, smart. At least it gives you a reason to make more videos, right?
That's right.
All right. Okay. So we always like to start with a little bit of background. Who's Michelle? What was she doing prior to TikTok? Give a little bit of, what you're about, who you are.
Absolutely. So I'm originally from the South. I'm from Georgia. I moved to Michigan about 4 years ago. I will be going back to the South. School.
Okay.
I've been in property management for 15 years. I also served and bartended off and on for 17 years. I feel like that gave me a lot of the experience and personality, how to speak with different people, and things like that. I always wanted to be on Saturday Night Live, but I did not.
So your animated experience, animated kind of personality came out bartending, and you had something into which obviously translates to the TikTok videos that you make.
Absolutely. I love it.
Okay, great. So you were in property management as well as bartending prior. How did you talk to me about your first TikTok journey? Like why did you start making videos, and then how you stumbled upon TikTok Shop?
Okay, this is a great one. My first video when I moved here in 2020, I was addicted to pain pills. I had cancer, and whenever I got off cancer, I decided I was going to get clean. I downloaded TikTok in August of 2020. I swore I wouldn't download it. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I did. And my first video, I was going through withdrawals. They were almost over, but TikTok took those withdrawals kind of away and gave me a way to focus on something else other than the withdrawals. And because of TikTok and downloading that 4 years ago, I am almost 4 years clean.
Wow.
And TikTok completely let me heal out loud. All my followers, they understand my story. A lot of them have been there, and it really has completely changed my life.
That is so unexpected. I'm very proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I don't think I've ever heard anything like that deep, where it's I've had other stories about kind of TikTok changing their lives, but this is in a way like an outlet for you to express what was going on inside and being vulnerable. I applaud you for that. And it takes a lot to be vulnerable out there. I've obviously don't suffer, haven't suffered as much as you, but you have your imposter syndrome or not wanting to put yourself out there. And I can only imagine, going through, what you went through and putting yourself out there, right? The afraid that you might have been feeling. So again, congratulations. I love it. So you're making these videos about your journey.
Yes.
About your pain pills, and people are, it's a big problem, or people can relate for sure. So you're kind of describing your journey, people are relating, and then you kind of growing your following there. So that's amazing.
Absolutely. I'm very real on my page. I tell the truth, even things that I did wrong. I'm just trying to be real.
Yeah. So if you will, TikTok saved your life.
Yes, it did. It let me heal. It really let me heal.
Okay, great. Okay, so now TikTok, that's kind of a little bit of a beginning. And what about TikTok Shop? How did you stumble upon that? How did you start making those shoppable videos?
Okay, so back, I believe it was in February or March, I got my first TikTok invite from GoPure. It
Yep.
was to lotion. That was my first one.
Yeah.
And once I started, this is what I tell everybody. When I first started, it has a timer. As soon as you get your product, you have 14 days, right?
Yep.
I always tried to post within the first 3 days, right?
Okay.
Because I didn't want to wait till the very end. And then I'm like, oh no, let me scramble.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, when I first started, I wasn't thinking of, how it looks, the color, the lighting and all of that. So I was not doing very great in sales. But then I just kept, I didn't give up. And then it was Go Pure. And then after Go Pure, it was another one. And then it was 10 companies. And then it was 20 companies. And I tell everyone, the biggest thing that I did that I think changed it all was putting your email in your bio. I get more requests for collaborations from my emails than I do on TikTok.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So much to unpack there. So Go Pure Beauty is a friend of the podcast. As some people might know, I used to work at Go Pure Beauty, and saw the kind of amazing TikTok shop potential, right? And so,
yes,
awesome
absolutely.
partners all the way around. If you haven't seen them, definitely go check out their stuff. Great products, and the great affiliates. So you got your first product from Go Pure Beauty. I know this was probably like when I was there still too, but when we first started, we were pretty wide open with the affiliates that we took on, we accepted, right? Because most brands are pretty picky about who they accept, but Go Pure had a wider net, and so that kind of allowed you to make those videos and get that first taste of affiliate videos. So very cool. Okay, so you started the TikTok shop videos early last year, and then talk me to that first win. What did that first oh my gosh moment look like for you as far as TikTok shop and virality?
So I'm just gonna be honest, my first oh my gosh was in December. So I did the lymphatic support that got 2 million views.
Yep.
People are telling me, and this product worked. I had lymphoma. I told you I had cancer. I had lymphoma, but I still had these nodules, these lymph nodes that were swollen.
Yep.
Within a week of taking this product, you could notice a difference, right? Within 3 weeks, people were telling me I completely aged backwards. So I did a side by side with 2 million views, and I think it was over 200,000 comments. And I made the most sales I've ever made, almost $300,000 in sales in 3 weeks.
Yeah, so we're gonna be reviewing that video in a little bit. I saw it already, and it's like what stuck out to me is like the before and after, if you will, the side by side. It's really what stuck out and what got attention, and it is a example of like the product in use. Like this is what happened to me. Like I'm not fudging around. Like you could
absolutely,
absolutely. Okay. So talk to me. So you said that you started in January, and your first viral hit was in December, and this is an amazing point because you're essentially making videos for a whole year without an oh my god. So please, walk me through that. I know a lot of people are in the same boat. Like, talk me what.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what kept you going?
Yeah. So at first, like I was getting kind of discouraged, because I wasn't making any sales.
Yeah.
But I noticed it's not just with TikTok shop in life. If you want something and you really want that, like I didn't want to work 2 jobs anymore. I didn't want to do that. Right. If you really want something, you're not going to give up. You're not going to give up. And the most ironic product that you think won't go viral will be the product that you will go viral on. Yeah. So I tell everyone, no matter what you do, when you order a sample, make sure that you make that sample's video, because once you complete the sample task, you get points, and it makes you look better to the people that are going to give you the free samples.
The brands, yeah.
But it was just it's unbelievable. You just have to keep going and keep going.
A year is such a long time. So were there small wins in between there, like sales in there? Okay, so you saw a little bit of taste. You saw like couple sales here in
One
this
here,
video.
one there. I think the biggest that I saw is I started getting paid collabs. So it was like a flat fee per video.
Yeah.
And that flat fee per video helped because I was not making sales.
Right.
But there were little wins. Now, when I'm saying like in a month, right, I would sell maybe 2 to 3 things in a month at first.
Okay.
For the year. But I was like, just keep going, just keep going. And if you just keep going, it works out.
That's an example of your resilience. So applaud.
That's right. I'll never stop.
You alluded to this earlier, but it's on the brand side. When we look at affiliates, they have something called fulfillment rate, which is essentially how many samples that affiliate has received versus how many videos they made, right? So if it's a high fulfillment rate, it's traditionally a more reliable affiliate. They'll make videos. But on the brand side, if they have a low fulfillment rate, they get the product and they don't make a video, the brands can see that. So for those affiliates watching, I know that's not necessarily clear on your side. So the higher that metric is, the more appealing you are. So keep that in mind. So I love it. Okay, so that was a big win. And one of my questions is like, you have your ups and your downs, and you saw that big win, but you already battled through those downs. You had 1 year of like battling through those down moments and how you stayed motivated. So you said like consistency is a big part in that process. Like, what did that consistency look like for you? Like, did you set a number of videos per day, or like how did you kind of try to be consistent?
Absolutely. So as far as with TikTok Shop, anytime I would get a sample, I would make sure, I know they give you 14 days, but I would try to do it in the first 3 or 4. That way we would get it out of the way. But what I really started doing, instead of just showing the product really quick, that's what I used to do. Now I actually get the product, I look at it, I think about in my head, what video are we going to make? And that's what I do. If you plan out what you're going to do in the video and even think about the lighting, where you're at, things like that, it really helps with the audience and also the hook. A hook at the very beginning of a video will get them, so if you just stay consistent. And I would not only just do lives, I would not only just do a video of the product, I would then go on live with the same products. At least once a few times a week, I would go on live with the products I had made that week, and I linked them all in one live, and I showed all of them to them again. So I didn't just make one video.
Right. So you just kind of continue to go back to the products that you had and revisit them. That's a common.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that was an issue that I really didn't understand earlier in the game, is that when you make one video, that's all I did. I made one video and I never went back to that product. You need to keep telling them about the product if you believe in it. And I'm also honest with my viewers. If I do not like the product, I'm honest. So they trust me when I say this works.
Yeah, that's one. So one common occurrence or like thread that I have with the affiliates that I interview is essentially there's 2 phases of an affiliate journey. You get that kind of newbie phase, you're first to the TikTok Shop platform, and you get all these samples and you just get blinded by all these samples. Like, I can get all these samples, I'm gonna get it, but then that puts you behind the 8 ball. Now you have to make all these videos. Now you have to make lower quality videos to fulfill all those samples. And it's like, at the end of the day, that's not what's going to sell, right? Inevitably, for those that succeed, you get past that first phase of affiliates. And then now you have a second phase of like, wait a minute, I have a potential here to make a lot of money. Let me really concentrate on making these videos. Like you said, hooks. Let me figure out what hook was going to work. Let me see, what story I can tell and really sit down. So yeah, it's kind of like getting past that first phase, getting into the second phase where you can really do that work and see the benefits like you have. So
right. And one more thing is also that so another thing that I did is I went into my account and I looked at my followers. So 87% of my followers are women. And what those 87% of followers are into is wellness, because TikTok tracks what my viewers are most interested in. So I do lean more towards wellness products than I do others, because I know that that's what my viewers are looking for.
100%. That's a great point. So if you are a TikTok shop affiliate, you take a look at your back end and see what your followers are, see what kind of categories they lean towards: mom, pet, fitness, etc. So yeah, that's a great tip. And I told you this before, but we have a community, affiliateacademyhq.com, where we have a lot of these tips and tricks and conversations between affiliates. So head over there if you're kind of looking for that guiding light, if you will.
Absolutely.
Cool. So we are approaching the next part of the podcast, where we're going to review that video that we talked about earlier, right? So I'm gonna load it up, and then I will press play, and then we will go from there.
It's supposed to be a pit. At 41 years old, I learned that your armpit is supposed to be a pit and not a puff. Well, we got a puff here. So I immediately got the lymphatic support. I know I had lymphatic issues. I mean, I literally went to the doctor thinking my lymphoma was back, but it's not. So I've also been gaining hella weight. So here we go. I've already tried it. It's not bad at all. You take 1 milliliter 3 times a day. It's not bad. We're going to see if it works because your girl's getting fat.
All right. Okay. So I love it. I don't know whether to give you my feedback first or for you, but quickly, what I take from there is the before and after is crazy. Like that's gonna. It's hard to believe that it's the same person. It's the same you. Right?
I know.
That's one. And then 2 is just like a little bit of humor in there, right? Like self-deprecation, like, oh, your girl's fat or whatever. Maybe it's true, but like, it's you kind of it leaves room for maybe people commenting, etc. So anyway, I want to pause here and let you kind of give your what your feedback is on the video, what you thought went well and why it went viral.
Okay. I definitely think it's because of the results. I noticed results within 24 hours. I was showing those results, but the product did exactly what I said it did. But I also, being funny, like holding your armpit out and all that. I just feel like people related a lot. A lot of people started checking their armpit. And that's whenever I said a puff instead of a pit, everyone was like, oh my gosh, I have a puff. So I think I found out from TikTok. I would have never known that would have fixed me looking 20 years older. I would have never known if it wasn't for TikTok. So I kind of used the same direction as the other person did. I didn't, because we needed to know you're supposed to have a pit and not a puff.
Wait, so you got that idea from another video?
Oh, no, I didn't copy her, but she was saying that you're supposed to have an armpit instead of a puff, and I didn't know that. I mean, of course, you're supposed to have an armpit, but.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so that kind of hook line, if you will, that line kind of, you carried it through and kind of showed your results. Okay. Cool.
Everyone's sharing that sound too. That sound is being shared a lot. Me saying a pit, not a puff.
Really?
Yes. It's crazy for selling it for other creators.
Oh, okay, cool. Another item here, it's you touched on it, but viewers of the video going, wait a minute, I have that issue too, right? And at GoPure, one of the big things was, they have a viral neck cream, right? So like apply lotion and my neck will get better. And then I was talking with someone and they watched the video and they're like, yeah, watching these GoPure videos, I think I have a turkey neck, and I never thought I had a turkey neck before.
Right.
On the same, like, it's like getting exposed to like an issue that you didn't think you had before, and kind of this is the solution to it. So just like
absolutely. The same. And then everyone realizing you're not alone, like that's the thing about TikTok, like helping you. Like these are things as a 41-year-old woman, I didn't even think to check. I didn't even think to check to make sure I had an armpit and not a puff.
Yeah. And even, I mean, your armpit as well, but also like your facial structure. It's a lot, more slim. And like
the lymph nodes that were swollen.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure that has like health benefits outside of just visual, right? Like isn't it traditionally like healthier if you don't have that, right?
Yeah.
I love it. Wow. Okay. So like reason number 2, why TikTok saved kind of intervene in your life and for a positive way. So love that.
Look younger. Whoop, whoop.
Great. Okay. So Well, we're gonna kind of enter the last part of the interview. It's a rapid fire round, kind of just asking you some questions and answer the best you can. So, you touched on this a little bit, but what's the highest GMV you generated in a month?
Over 280,000.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. And this was just recently, right?
That was in December.
Okay. What's the coolest thing you kind of bought or allowed yourself to buy because of that?
I got to go on my first ever solo trip. I took myself to Florida 2 weeks ago. I stayed at a resort that the lymphatic support completely paid for.
Love it. Okay. So you traveled, solo trip, spoil yourself a little bit. That's beautiful. Okay. I love it. That's just tip of the iceberg. More to come, right?
That's right.
Okay. So what is one piece of advice that you wish you had when you first started?
To think about the videos. You know, I would just put it on and automatically record. And if you really just kind of come up with a plan and think about what your audience wants to see instead of just throwing it on in your lighting is huge.
Okay. So lighting, thinking about your video, thinking about like your plan for a video, not just kind of ad hoc, just giving it some structure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Cool. So you have your videos that you need to make. Where do you get your inspo? Like, how do you find inspiration to make your videos, or how you're going to make your videos?
The brain.
The brain. So you just, like you said, take the product in hand, have it in your face, and kind of think about it a little bit, right? And let your creativity take its course.
Absolutely. So each thing is different. So I'll just say for like example, a 3-pack of leggings, right? They're 3 different colors. So I think to myself, I need to show all 3 colors, but I need to keep them engaged in the first 10 seconds. If you do not have whoever is swiping on your For You page, if you don't have them engaged within the first 3 seconds, they're going to swipe. Right. So those first 3 seconds are everything. But yes, that's how I love it.
Okay, cool. So it's that's something you look at is you use your memory, or you kind of use your imagination to think of some of these video ideas for yourself. And like you said earlier, hook, keep them engaged, right? You have 3 different colors.
Absolutely.
Colors of the video.
Yeah,
very cool.
Because they will scroll so fast. You know, you have to think about it. We all just scroll.
Yep.
And you gotta do things that they relate to. I found that out not just on TikTok Shop, but TikTok in general. If you find you posting videos that other people relate to, gets more shares, it gets more comments, it gets, that.
Yeah. So it's another thing. It's also like vulnerability, right? Like you're able to put yourself out there where maybe a normal or average person wouldn't, right? So that's allowing you to be relatable and shareable, etc.
Absolutely.
Cool. Have you been able to teach anyone about TikTok Shop and making videos? And then how did they do?
Yes. Yes, I've actually taken on a few of my followers and I've helped walk them through how to get samples. They were very new to it. I make videos for TikTok Shop affiliates that are new. I always tell them, make sure you put your email in your bio. You get I've gotten the most collab requests from that. But yes, I've helped people, and I helped my cousin. Her first sample was also Go Pure, and I walked her through the sample and she's doing great.
Love it. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, one of the ideas behind Affiliate Academy, the community, is having, experienced affiliates like yourself helping out people, right? So again, join the community. We just want to, it's a free community. Join, we get ideas, share, inspiration, etc. And kind of, hopefully you can kind of
work together
and get some, those affiliate sales. So awesome. I love that.
I want everybody to win. I really do. I want everyone to win.
It's a big ocean out there. It's not, if I get something doesn't mean you're not going to get something, right? Everyone can win.
Absolutely.
Especially it's so new. So, okay. Last question here is, what's your future plans? What is, now that TikTok Shop has a green light, a little bit of a future ahead of us? Like, what are you kind of preparing for? Or what does 2025 look like for you?
Absolutely. So I'm actually working on getting a better camera to be able to provide more higher quality videos.
Yeah.
But I'm not stopping. I absolutely love TikTok Shop. I have about 20 samples on the way right now. And I actually got to quit my main job. So I will be doing TikTok shop full time and content creating.
I love
Um,
that.
all because of TikTok. But I bought a calendar that I'm going to start writing down when I get my samples and videos and really plan it out more, have an entire calendar so I'm more prepared and just make my videos just a higher quality, you know, and
Right.
really also help other affiliates. That's what I've always wanted to do. I want us to all win. So anything that I can do, if I can hold a podcast to like teach other, you
Yeah.
know, TikTok shop affiliates, whatever I can get into. I did get a brand deal yesterday, so I'm
Yeah.
really excited about that. So I'm
Yeah.
just ready to, you know, make 2025 our best year yet.
Yeah, it sounds like TikTok has provided so many opportunities for you, right? And you know,
Yes,
that's I mean, that's one part, but also the other part is like you persevered a year plus
absolutely.
of all this, right? So it's you did the work, you put it in there. So definitely give you some credit for yourself.
Thank you.
And yeah, I mean, in the community, you know, hopefully, you know, you can help some people in there. You know, hopefully I can help you
Absolutely.
as well. There's ideas like for more advanced sellers, right? Like, do you create another account? How do you structure like your business? How do you structure brand deals? How do you communicate with brands? So there's that
Right.
advanced level of communication that, you know, we provide as well. So
Right.
we'll see you in the community as well. So
And I'll
cool.
be in your forum as well, reading up on it because I need to
Yeah.
learn more about TikTok shop too. So I'm going to
Yeah.
go to learn more too.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Again, affiliateacademyhq.com. You'll find that there in a link and questionnaire, and then it'll usher you right into the group. So cool. Well, yeah, that wraps it up for today's
Mhm.
episode. Michelle, thank you for having us. You'll find
Thank
all of her
you.
contact information in the show notes below. And yeah, that concludes it. We'll catch you
Thank you
next
so
time. Thank
much.
you.